There's a clever, I would say that, let's put it this way. I think that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are much cleverer about the ways they expand executive power than Donald Trump, who's a blunderbuss when it comes to his attempts to expand executive power.
When you talk about the student loan thing, again, this is an example of Biden trying to do something, the court saying you can't do it, him saying, okay, I won't do it that way, I'll do it a different way. And if that way was found to be unconstitutional, the Supreme Court would strike that down as well, and I would want him to oblige with that. The issue with Trump is, again...
But then he's trying to actually, get rid of the filibuster and then add justices to the Supreme Court in response.
The filibuster is it's something that can change. It's not necessarily part of our institutions in the same way that our checks and balances are like a bedrock part of our institutions. And I want to talk about this idea of expanding executive power. If J.D. Vance is saying that Trump should disregard the Supreme Court, that is much worse than Biden implementing something and then Supreme Court saying stop and him saying, okay, I'll stop.
Well, he didn't say, okay, I'll stop about the student loans. He actually
did it in a different way.
Okay,
he didn't do it
in a different way is him saying, I'm not going to stop. He actually brags publicly in his speeches about not obeying the Supreme Court and trying to find a way to end around what exactly they told him not to do.
That's kind of the purpose of the Supreme Court, is if the mechanism he's trying to use to implement his ideas is found to be unconstitutional, he won't do it that way.